Obi and the Cause of Greed. In a quiet village in Azim, there lived a young man named Obi. Obi was not born rich. In fact, he grew up in a small mud house with his mother, who struggled every day to feed him. She sold vegetables in the local market while Obi followed her around carrying baskets on his head. Even though they were poor, Obi's mother always taught him an important lesson. Never allow greed to enter your heart, she would say. A greedy person can have everything and still feel empty. But Obi never listened carefully. As he grew older, he became obsessed with wealth. Whenever he saw rich men riding expensive cars through the village, something burned inside him. I am tired of suffering, he would say. One day I will become richer than all of them. At first, Obi worked very hard. He carried goods for traders, worked on farms, and saved every little money he earned. Years later, he opened a small food business, and surprisingly, it became successful. People admired him, customers came every day, and money began to flow into Obi's hands. Soon he built a better house for himself and bought expensive clothes. But instead of becoming grateful, Obi became greedy. The more money he made, the more selfish he became. If workers asked for fair payment, he cheated them. If poor people begged for help, he insulted them. Even his own mother sometimes went hungry while Obi spent money showing off to friends. One evening, his mother looked at him sadly and said, "My son, money without kindness is dangerous. Greed blinds the heart." Obi laughed loudly. "Poor people always talk about kindness because they have no money," he replied. His mother's eyes filled with tears. As years passed, Obi became one of the richest men in the area. He owned shops, lands, and warehouses filled with food. But greed had completely taken over his heart. One season, the village experienced severe hunger after heavy floods destroyed many farms. Families struggled to eat. Children cried from hunger. The village elders visited Obi because everyone knew he had enough food stored in his warehouses. "Obi," they pleaded, "please reduce the price of your food so people can survive this difficult time." But Obi shook his head. "This is my opportunity to make even more money," he said coldly. "If they are hungry, they will pay any price." The elders left disappointed. Soon, Obi doubled the prices of rice, gari, beans, and yam. People suffered terribly, but Obi only cared about counting profits. Every night he sat alone in his room, smiling while counting bundles of cash. Then one terrible night, something happened. Dark clouds covered the sky, and heavy rain began to fall. The rain continued for hours until the nearby river overflowed. Water rushed through the village like a wild animal. People ran for safety. Obi rushed outside in fear as floodwater entered his warehouses. Bags of rice floated away. Yams scattered into dirty water. Shelves collapsed. Everything he had stored for greed was being destroyed before his eyes. "No, no, my money," Obi screamed helplessly. By morning, most of his businesses were ruined. The flood had taken almost everything. Days later, Obi became sick from stress and hunger. The same friends who used to eat and laugh with him disappeared because he no longer had money. For the first time in his life, Obi understood loneliness. Weak and ashamed, he sat outside his damaged house wondering how life changed so quickly. Then something unexpected happened. Villagers began bringing him food. One woman brought soup, a farmer brought yam, children fetched water for him. Obi was shocked. "These are the same people I refused to help," he thought. Finally, an old man from the village sat beside him and said quietly, "Greed makes a person believe wealth will save them. But one day, money can disappear. Only kindness remains." Those words pierced Obi's heart deeply. That night, he cried harder than ever before. He remembered every hungry person he ignored, every worker he cheated, every selfish decision he made. And for the first time, he truly felt ashamed. Months later, Obi slowly rebuilt his life, but this time differently. Whenever he made profit, he helped struggling families. He fed hungry children. He paid workers fairly. He even built a small shelter for widows in the village. People noticed the change in him. Obi was no longer feared for his greed. He was loved for his generosity. One evening, while sitting beside his aging mother, Obi held her hand gently and said, "You warned me long ago, but I was blind." His mother smiled softly. "The greatest wealth," she said, "is a good heart." And from that day forward, Obi never allowed greed to control him again. Moral lesson: greed can make a person lose compassion, wisdom, and even everything they worked for. But kindness and generosity create a wealth that never fades.